Hey everyone, this is Ranger14 doing tips and advice. Sona and Lulu are going to be our focus on this support duo weekend. So right now we're going to start with tip number one pink and 2 greens. This means 1 pink, 2 greens, 1 pot, and 1 fairy charm, compared to what you can get as 3 wards, 3 pots, and a fairy charm. This is going to make it so I can counter ward them and get a gank off successfully. We have a Mayo, so I want a level 4 gank. So I'm going to hold on to this pink ward till about 3.5 minutes so we can get a gank. Tip number 2, charging Hymn of Valor. Hymn of Valor is Sona's Q. Pick it when you're in the fountain and hit it 2 or 3 times. This will make it so when you get to lane you have full mana, but also Sona's poke. Sona has an amazing level 1 poke and it does tons of damage to your opponents. Make sure to have the charges when you get to lane. Corki and Sona have the highest win percentage of any duo lane during IPL. They have great early game damage and a great level 6. We open up on Ezreal, and even though I do take a bunch of damage, I'm going to kite Ezreal around Corki so Corki can do as much damage as possible. As soon as Ezreal dies, we turn around and exhaust Nidalee. Now, right here, I'm going to make sure I don't take the kill. I want to make sure that my ADC does get the kill. Even with that flash, I don't think she was getting away. Tip number 3 might seem like a no-brainer, but it's really important how Sona's played. Tip number 3, auto attack. Because of Hymn of Valor, Sona does great damage with her auto attack. During this fight, Sona continues to auto attack the entire time. Even though her AD carry does die, she still is able to pick up the kill with her auto attack. Sona's advantages really are that she has such long range with her attack and has great auto attack damage. Tip number 4, Crescendo. Crescendo is an amazing ultimate with a very long range. Here I'm ranging Caitlyn until I get her into a position where I can hit her with my ultimate. After I hit her with my ultimate, Ezreal does step in position and I tank the tower so he can pick up the kill. Crescendo is a skill shot that affects everything in its AoE. Here I flash forward and hit both enemy champions with Crescendo. This allows Ezreal to hit all of his skill shots very easily. We do get hit with the Crescendo ourselves, but Ezreal has a trick up his sleeve and still is able to send his ultimate off. Tip number 5 is going to be Team Ultimate. I picked Sona and she has a Team Ultimate, so I want to save it late game for team fights. Here, as they are chasing us, I turn around and hit it with my ultimate. I'm still going to be spamming Q, I'm still going to be auto-attacking. Even though I do have support items, I can still do damage. I'm going to maintain that. I'm going to always be auto-attacking, always be doing damage, always be spamming my Q. This is very important to how you play Sona late game. During the end game, it's very important that you stay active with Sona. She has a movement speed increase, a heal, and a damage increase. You generally want to keep Hymn of Valor up to increase the damage of your entire team, but if every 3 spells that you cast with her passive, the third one does a special ability. So if you do use your movement speed increase on that third, you'll also slow an enemy champion down. This can be very beneficial to your team. Make sure to always stay active. Use your summoners, use the items that you bought. It's very important that you do support the entire game, not just in laning phase. We're going to switch over to Lulu. The enemy team is invading and I'm going to run away. I was being a moving ward, I got caught, didn't really expect to, and now I'm in a little bit of trouble. But I do end up getting away, and this is going to change how I play in the beginning. Because they invaded, they're probably doing red, so I'm going to put a ward here so that I can see when the enemy team does come out of that area. The enemy team does come in for a level 1 gank, but I do see it coming. Unfortunately for them, their jungle doesn't come, so we can turn this fight. I use my E to burst Leona a little bit instead of use it on Ashe. I continue to auto-attack. Pix auto-attacks with me if I use it on an enemy champion. If I use my shield on a teammate, Pix will attack with my teammate. That's going to bring us to tip number 6, which is Pix. At level 1, Pix does 15 additional damage with each auto-attack, so it's very important that you continue to auto-attack throughout the entire game with Lulu, just like you did with Sona. Tip number 7, Help Pix. Help Pix is the first ability I level and max with Lulu. It's going to make it so I can do tons of damage to the enemy team, but also shield my team. I have no sustain, so it's very important that I absorb spells with Help Pix. That's going to let my ADC stay in lane longer. It's not only for defensive purposes, it's also used for harassing. Lulu is a great aggressive champion. Here I'm going to continue to use Glitter Lance to hit Caitlyn, as well as Help Pix. This is going to keep up the aggression and keep Caitlyn low. I don't want him to be able to sit in lane. I want to harass and I want to poke. With that great harass, it's very easy to keep control of bushes. I'm going to use Glitter Lance to poke Sona from afar, and then use Help Pix on Sivir to maintain the lane. The whole time doing this is going to help us sustain and help poke the enemy team. What really separates Lulu from the other supports, tip number 8, her instant poke. Her defensive abilities can be used so quickly for aggressive measures. Right here, I open up on Corki with both my abilities, and I just auto-attack. I'm zoning him, I'm harassing him, Ashe is freezing the lane, and I'm just being the aggressor. What gave us the ability to zone Corki is right here, tip number 9, River Force. Leona is in the river, so I'm going to run up. It's a very aggressive play, and it's either going to force her to take a bunch of damage or to run all the way around to get back to the tower. This is going to allow us to be aggressive on Corki, open up on Corki, and zone Corki. The reason why I picked these 2 supports, tip number 10, playmakers. They really are playmakers. They can make things happen. They can be very aggressive, as well as play very defensive. It's very important that you understand this and know when to be aggressive and when to play defensive. Right here, these 2 did make a mistake and stayed on the tower way too long. So right now I'm going to make them pay. I can get the kill, but again, I want Ashe to get the kill. So I'm just going to shield myself and kind of run around to make sure I don't take the kill, but I still made the play. Tip number 11, Wild Growth. Wild Growth is Lulu's ultimate. With Wild Growth and Help Picks, you gain 540 health flat at level 6. This is a great amount of health. So right now I'm baiting the enemy team. As they engage in me, I use Wild Growth to knock them all up and slow them. Then I use Help Picks to gain a little bit more life, Glitter Lance to slow them, and then Whimsy to disable Jace. Lulu's greatest advantage is that she can really make a low life champion never die. Her ultimate is great and so is Help Picks. Use these to your advantages. Lulu's utility lasts throughout the entire game. I use Whimsy to speed up Ash and I run around to Help Picks and then Glitter Lance Darius. Lulu's abilities are defensive, offensive, they are amazing, they last throughout the entire game, and if you use them correctly, Lulu will scale throughout the entire game. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It really means a lot to me. Please comment on the forums about what support you want me to do next. The reason why I picked these two was because they do a lot of damage, they're very vicious, and a lot of people don't exploit that. I will go off of the top votes for whatever champions you want me to do next for support. I really appreciate you guys. Please like, subscribe, hit me up on Twitter. My name is Ranger14, and I will see you in the next video.